Struggling with anxiety and need some quick fixes? Hit that like button and let's dive into some natural remedies that you can use to help you manage and maybe even eliminate your anxiety. Hey, it's Amanda from theintuitivewife.com, and in today's video we are going to be talking all about natural remedies that you can use to reduce and or manage your anxiety. Keep in mind that none of these are permanent, but when you are struck with anxiety, these will at the very least help you feel a little bit more normal and way less anxious. Okay, so here are 5 things that I recommend to help you reduce and or manage your anxiety. The first one is deep breathing. And I know you've heard this 1,000 times already before, but if it didn't work, you wouldn't hear it over and over. The intention here is to just slow your breathing down. Focus on deep belly breaths. Some people like to do square breathing. So inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, waiting for 4, and then again with the inhale. Personally, that square method it stresses me out. So just slowing breathing is really my main focus when anxiety strikes. I personally would recommend inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And if you need to, throw in a little mantra in there. Maybe like this too shall pass or something. Something to help you focus on something other than what is happening right now. Deep breathing and potentially a mantra to help you stay calm and help regulate your breathing. Throwing in a mantra is really just something else to focus on so that you're focused on both breathing and some positive words that are happening instead of what is happening all around you to make you feel anxious. So do what works best for you. Okay, tip number 2 is to focus on positive thoughts. Now, your brain physically cannot focus on a negative and a positive at the exact same time. So the intention here is to shift your thinking so you are only focusing on positive, and that will not only increase your vibration, it will help you feel calm and will regulate your breathing. So this is a really great tip to throw in and work in parallel with tip number 1. Some deep breathing, maybe some mantras, or just some positive thinking. They all work really, really well together, and they're honestly pretty easy to do. Tip number 3 is crystals. This is a little bit of a slower method, but it still really does work, and again is pretty easy to incorporate. I do have some other videos on crystals, but some things that I can recommend in this video is to try and keep crystals close by, whether it's on your desk, in your pocket, in your bra, whatever works. Crystals that are calming to you. I personally would recommend black tourmaline, amethyst, maybe even some citrine, but whatever you're feeling drawn to that makes you feel calm, that is the crystal or handful of crystals that you should keep close by. Okay, tip number 4 is another one that's really easy to do, but you might need to do it in private instead of sitting in a room full of people, and that is EFT tapping. This is done by tapping on certain points along the meridians, and what this does is it actually sends calming signals to your brain to help reduce stress. So there's actually 2 ways that you can do tapping depending on how much time you have. The first way is to do 2 rounds of tapping. So you would go through all your meridian points saying something negative, like I'm feeling so anxious right now, basically going through whatever is happening that is making you feel anxious. And then when you finish a whole round of negative, that's when you would quickly follow with the positive. So I'm in complete control of my circumstances and this too shall pass, etc., etc. And this works to replace the negative emotions and thought patterns that are currently running through your system. The second method is to just eliminate the negative round completely, and if you are only doing a positive round, then this will help boost your vibration, help send calming signals to your brain, and it's a whole lot quicker to do. The only downside is it doesn't necessarily work to replace any negativity that's currently going through your body, but it's definitely a really easy and efficient pick-me-up when you need it. If you're looking for an example of what just a positive round would look like, then I will, if I can't do it up here, then I'll put it in the description down below of a video by Margaret Lynch. It's like a minute and a half and you feel like $1 million when you're finished. I think it's my favorite tapping video so far on YouTube. So if you're just looking for a quick example, then I would definitely check out Margaret Lynch's video. All right, and just before I get into the final tip, I want to invite you to leave a comment below and let me know what your go-to tip is when it comes to relieving or reducing or managing anxiety. And definitely let me know down below if you have already heard of this next tip. So tip number 5 is rescue remedy. This is something that I completely forgot existed for the longest time until I was recently having a conversation with someone on different ways that they can help to reduce their anxiety. So if you're not familiar with rescue remedy, this is actually a Bach flower remedy. So just like you would drink tea such as nettle tea or dandelion leaf tea, and they all have their own health benefits, a herb is no different from a flower. The flower also has benefits to help you and your body. We do it now with essential oils when you're using some lavender, for example. You're already pulling the oil from the flower, so Bach remedy isn't really much different from using a herb or an essential oil. A Bach flower remedy is essentially a concoction of flowers that is created into a tincture so that you can just pull it out of the bottle and just put a few drops in your mouth. Although there are now different ways to consume Bach remedies. I believe there's a tincture, a spray, and like a candy type thing, if I remember correctly. I'll leave the link for the Bach rescue remedy in the description box below if that's something you're interested in checking out. Just like with anything else, like crystals or anything, if you don't believe that it's going to work, then it's not going to work. Your brain will just convince you that it is BS, and you won't actually get any of the positive benefits. I personally have used rescue remedy in the past and I have found it to be very beneficial. And of course, I would not be the intuitive wife if I didn't talk to you about energy. Pay attention to what is going on in your surroundings, what is triggering you and causing these anxious episodes. If you notice that you are continuously getting anxious in the same type of situations or around the same people, then definitely check out the video that is on your screen right now to help you learn how to shield yourself from picking up on other people's energy, which could be contributing to your anxiety. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you over there. Bye, guys.